Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 598. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book, but you're having some trouble getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, especially social media, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. From the densest, most obscure bit of literary fiction to something that makes your heart race, it all boils down to this. People care about people. Understand that, and you can write anything. Conn Iggulden. I don't know that I'm pronouncing that right. Iggulden. Such a great quote. Wanted to include it today. And once again, good morning and happy Monday. And let's get right to the learning. I'm pretty excited for this week because I have compiled my favorite lessons in my three pillar areas, my favorite lessons from this year, writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. So for the next 3 days, I'm going to share each pillar area with you, starting today with my top 3 writing fundamentals lessons of the year. Writing fundamentals tip number 1. When you find yourself using cliches in your writing or you're tempted to do so, dig deeper to figure out what you're not saying, perhaps what you're avoiding, or maybe what you're not clear about. Cliches for me are signs that I'm attaching a label on an idea without fully exploring that idea. Writing fundamentals tip number 2, one of my other favorite ones from the year. Of course, this one, show, don't tell. And yes, as authors, we've heard this a million times since it's a cardinal rule of writing, show, don't tell. So I have some different angles on it today. Here's one. Be extra diligent in applying this rule, as in, even if you think that you show, don't tell in your writing, do another pass on your work and specifically look at it through the show, don't tell lens. This is such an important best practice in writing since showing more than telling can completely elevate the quality of your work. It's worth the extra attention. With each sentence you write, aim to paint a picture for your reader. For the ultimate example of show, don't tell, here's a fun idea. Pretend you're writing for a movie cinematographer, meaning that you're a director of photography, what you want visually captured. Now, don't do this literally. Don't write like a whole novel full of camera directions, but I hope you get my point. Aim to paint pictures with your words, not just visual, but use the rest of the senses as well. Showing, not telling, is a powerful way to bring readers into your story, to put them into the scene and into your book. And finally, my third favorite writing fundamentals tip of the year, it's about how to make the distinctions between manuscript drafts. And I will tell you, when I first mentioned this here on the show, it was pretty recently, I think, it was pretty popular. And you're about to find out why, because of what I call the first draft. Think of your first draft as word vomit. Yep. Just get the book floating around in your head onto paper. Even if it's poorly written and some things are in the wrong order, just get it out. Now, the second draft is where you're going to go back and do all the writer things, sequencing and smoothing things out and using all those literary tools to make your writing pop. And finally, the third draft, well, not finally, there's a lot more than 3 drafts, but the third draft is rewriting all the things you're no longer happy with. Because remember, at this point, by the time you get to the third draft of anything, you are a much better author and an expert on the subject of your manuscript in progress. So you'll want to improve everything. Try to control yourself, though. And the fourth drafts on, so the four plus drafts are for editing. So that's various levels of polishing and, just bringing it to the finish line. And, one of my favorite editing tips is you can edit forever because a book is never done. So make sure you have some sort of checklist that you're going. I call it conditions of satisfaction. What are your conditions of satisfaction for calling this book done? So by done, I mean it's okay to send it to the printer and publish it. So have that list of, if all the edits on this list are done, I will be satisfied enough to send my manuscript to print. That is a great tip, or you will be editing your book forever. So those are my distinctions between manuscript drafts. The first one is word vomit. The second one is the actual writing. The third draft is for rewriting because you've become such a better writer by that point. And the fourth drafts on are for editing and polishing. And tomorrow, yes, it's Monday. My brain works sometimes. So remember to tune in tomorrow when I'm going to share my next set of 3 pillar favorite tips of the year with you. So I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook, where I'll try to be a lot more coherent than I've been today, especially if you have any questions about your writing or how we can support your writing goals, or if there's any resources you're looking for. Please drop by Inc. Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.